There is now one confirmed case of hepatitis A here in Madison County. We went down to the health department to speak to Jim Thacker, who told us all the information.
Chances are it's going to rain some more. Yeah, it's going to happen. If your roof is damaged by rain, hail, or strong winds, you need to call Unlimited Roofing now. Get totally free estimates and inspections. Call Tim Patrick or Danny Nutter now. Unlimited Roofing. Stay dry, folks.
The Madison County Health Department has become aware of the fact that we have a confirmed case of hepatitis A in the county. It is a single case. However, because the person who was confirmed as having the hepatitis A is a food service worker at the McDonald's restaurant on Glades Road in Berea, it was a recommendation of the State Department of Health that we put out a notice to the public letting them know that anyone who ate at that restaurant, specifically on the date of March 23rd, is at a low risk for having been exposed to hepatitis A. The risk is very minimal, but in an abundance of caution, we have decided to put out a notice saying that if anyone comes down with symptoms between April the 7th and May the 14th, that they should go to primary care and get tested if they ate at that McDonald's on March the 23rd. That is the only day the person worked when they would have been infectious. And while the risk is very low because it was an employee who worked back in the back and didn't have direct contact with the public, there's not a lot of risk to the public, but we want to make sure that folks are aware. Also, while hepatitis A is typically transmitted through contaminated food, this is not as big a deal as if, say, they had gotten in lettuce that was contaminated with the virus. That would have been a much broader warning and a much higher risk, but this was an individual. And I have to say that this restaurant on their last health department inspection in February got a 100% score. The symptoms of hepatitis A include fever, jaundice, gray-colored stools, dark urine. Those are all symptoms, as well as abdominal pain, vomiting, fatigue, loss of appetite, and joint pain. I'll say further that the other reason that we're putting this out is the fact that the state of Kentucky is in a hepatitis A outbreak status statewide, okay? Madison County, this is our first case. We don't know that this case is connected to the ones up around Louisville and in Ashland Boyd and those other places. The samples have been sent off to the CDC to find out whether it's the same strain that they're seeing in the Louisville area. It may be up to a couple of months before the CDC gets those results back to us. Because it is so close to Madison Southern and Foley Middle School, if there are parents who are concerned about whether their child might have been exposed by eating at that restaurant, if they would go to the Madison County School System's Infinite Campus portal, where they can check their kids' grades and that sort of thing, their children's vaccination records are on there too.
Thacker reiterated multiple times this is a low risk, but if you become symptomatic, to get tested immediately at your primary care physician. Also, he did say that with the vaccinations with the students nearby, that most of them are recommended to have the Hep A vaccine and therefore should be okay. For more stories such as these, be sure to visit Richmond's very own WBON TV.com. I'm Marissa Hempel.